back to News Geelong. Current City of Greater Geelong Mayor John Mitchell is out of the blocks and running for the position of the first directly elected mayor of the COGG to be conducted in October this year. Ian Nichols reports.
Well, here we are right in the heart of City Hall, the seat of local government here in Geelong, and we're getting soon a directly elected mayor. It's been a controversial subject, but if current Mayor, Councillor John Mitchell, does succeed in his campaign, which he's announced today he's going to seek re-election, it'll be a fifth record time. He certainly has the score on the board, and we're going to talk with him about the upcoming campaign.
I'm certainly seeking re-election for the directly elected Mayor of Geelong. It is a new system. It's something that we're all well aware of, and we need to be. So I figured that now's the right time to come out and tell the people of Geelong that I certainly will be seeking re-election as Mayor.
Well, you'd also create something of a record as well. Of course, we've been down that track many times before. You've got a lot on your plate. Now chairman of G21, you really do have a huge workload, but you seem to thrive on it.
I'd rather wear out than rust out, Nico, to tell you the honest truth. And, you know, I've always been very, very active in my life, and I don't see it as a large workload. You know, when you enjoy doing something as I enjoy doing this, you know, I see it as a privilege, to be quite truthful, and that's why I'm seeking re-selection. There is no doubt in my mind that I'm a far better mayor now than what I was 4 years ago, and you know, I think that the relationships that have been formed with both the state and federal government and the state and federal opposition, and I think that's evidenced by the amount of money that we get from both those organisations. I'm very, very strong in the community. I've got a large backing out there in the community, especially within the sporting clubs and the community clubs. I've also had a lot of people from the business community ask me to stand again, and so that I can take all the angst away from it. I thought today was a good day to come out and let people know that I was seeking re-election, because one of the things I don't want to do, I don't want this to get into the way of the job that I'm doing at the minute, and that is being the Mayor of the City of Greater Geelong, and it's a privileged position. It's not something that anyone should have bestowed on them if they can't do the work, and I certainly believe that I can do the work, and will continue to represent the citizens of Geelong, and that's everyone. That's not just a small minority group, that is everyone, and I think that's something that needs to happen.
Well, there's been a lot happen, a lot of achievements under your watch, and no doubt you'll want to highlight those as part of your campaign for re-election.
Oh, I certainly will highlight those, Nico, but to be quite truthful, the election campaign is a long one, and I don't want to go out now and let people know what has been achieved and what I want to achieve. This is just about taking the pressure off people out there that keep asking me to stand. So it's more about letting everyone know that I am standing. The campaign will start later on, but you know, I've got to get on. I don't want this to affect what I'm doing at the minute. I've got to get out there and continue to do the work that I'm doing now. So that's what's more important to me.
Well, there's no doubt you are a very popular person, but when the subject of a publicly elected mayor came up, there were a few shivers went around town with some thoughts of perhaps the wrong person getting to the top job.
Oh, look, the bottom line with all of this is we work within the rules that are put before us, and the rules are a directly elected mayor, elected by the people. I've got no problems with that. Once that has come in, you know, we get on with business, and if that's the way the state government and everyone wants it to be done, that's what we'll do. And you know, there's no doubt that there are people out there that certainly want to vote for their mayor. Now's the opportunity, and I'm putting my hand up to say that I think I should be the person they vote for.
Well, you've got a pretty good track record, there's no doubt about that. So we'll wait with a bated breath to see how this campaign turns out and who may be some of the nominations.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. I'm very proud of the achievements that the city has had under my watch, and you know, hopefully we can move forward and continue along those lines.
At City Hall for News Geelong, this is Ian Nichols.
Thank you, Nico. Been busy tonight. And now for this week's Around the Leagues footy tips from our experts. Firstly, let's go to Mitch Scoop Cleary.
Thanks, Rollo. And here are my tips for GFL action round 4. Lara and St Mary's face off in an early season 8-point match, with both sides fighting for the bottom places in the top 5. St Mary's travelled out to Lara last season and got the points, so I'm tipping them just to do the same tomorrow. In other matches, I'm going to take Leopold over North Shore, St Joey's to be too good for St Albans, Newtown and Sewell over Geelong West St Peters. South Barwon to travel up to Colac and get the points there. And in the final match, Bell Park to humiliate Grovedale. Moving our attention to the GDFL with Grubby Cation's tips, as he's away sick this week. He's going to take Belmont Lions to beat Inverleigh. Reigning premiers Bellpost Hill win the match of the round over East Geelong in a nail-biter. Werribee Centrals, a club where Grubby was president once upon a time, to beat Corio. North Geelong, too strong for Geelong West. And Thompson over a hapless Winchelsea. And in the final match, Bannockburn to beat Anarchy. And in Grubby's WRFL matches for round 4, he's going to take Altona to beat St Albans, Deer Park over Albion, Hoppers Crossing to be too strong for Sunshine Heights, Spotswood over Port Colts, and Sunshine to beat North Footscray. Now it's over to you, Cuz, and happy 21st birthday.
Thanks, Mitch. I've gone Torquay to beat Anglesea at home. I think Ocean Grove will be too strong for Barwon Heads in the Battle of the Bridge. Queenscliff will get over Port Arlington, and Mottawarri will do the same against Newcombe. And then in what I think will be the game of the round, I think Drysdale will be too strong for Geelong Amateur at home.
G'day guys, it's Troy Selwood here, VFL Bendigo Banks Cats captain, here again with my AFL and VFL tips for this week. Now starting with the AFL, I'm tipping Collingwood to get over the Western Bulldogs, Essendon to beat Brisbane, obviously the Cats to get over Melbourne this week, Freo to beat Gold Coast in the Gold Coast, Sydney to beat Adelaide, Hawthorn to beat St Kilda, Carlton to win against the GWS, Port Adelaide to beat Richmond, and West Coast to defeat North Melbourne. Now in the VFL, I'm tipping Port Melbourne to beat Williamstown, Box Hill to beat Frankston, Werribee to beat Coburg, Sandringham to beat Bendigo, and obviously looking for our 4th win this season against the VFL Cats against the Casey Scorpions. I think we're playing the curtain raiser at 10 a.m. this week, so if there's any Cats fans who are coming along to the AFL game, make sure you check us out and get down a little bit earlier to see some great players. Cheers.
Thank you, Troy, and good luck for tomorrow. And for this week's Colac and District League, at home, Elvie will win over the Western Eagles, Apollo Bay to defeat Otway Districts down at the Bay, Birregurra too strong for Simpson, Colac Imperials in a close one against Illawarra Biak, and the match of the day up at Eliminate Oval, South Colac at home over Forest. Lawn has to buy. Enjoy your footy. After this break, we'll return with more sport and weather here on our Friday edition of News Geelong.